Summary of Waking the Tiger. Healing Trauma, by Peter Levine, written and narrated by Janky Mind. Introduction. Unveiling a profound outlook on trauma, Waking the Tiger delves into the resilient nature of wild animals, virtually impervious to traumatic symptoms. Armed with this understanding, the book charts a course to healing, presenting exercises that center on attuning to bodily sensations. Trauma, an omnipresent force, can emerge from accidents, illnesses, or the strains of daily life, disrupting our sense of security and leaving us grappling with perplexing symptoms. However, an unexpected wellspring of wisdom lies in the animal kingdom. Within the confines of this audiobook, we'll navigate through fundamental somatic techniques, offering a gateway to release pent-up energies, restore resilience, and recapture a vibrant and meaningful existence. These techniques pave the way to embrace your internal bodily experiences, dismantling the lingering effects of trauma. It's crucial to note that while this audiobook is a valuable resource, it's not a substitute for professional support. If feelings of overwhelm or thoughts of self-harm arise, reach out to a doctor, mental health professional, or a support line for the assistance and care you need. Now, let's embark on your journey toward healing. Chapter 1: Stress, Animals, and the Body. The origins of trauma are diverse, ranging from a tumultuous childhood to violent assaults or harrowing car accidents. Despite the varied sources, trauma leaves indelible, often unseen, scars that can profoundly affect individuals. Its impact manifests through physical, emotional, and psychological symptoms, encompassing anxiety, depression, flashbacks, sleeping disorders, chronic pain, dissociation, and somatic illnesses, ailments directly influencing the physical body. While the experience of trauma may foster a sense of isolation, it is a shared human experience, touching nearly everyone in some form throughout their lives. To comprehend trauma's lasting influence, an exploration into the world of wild animals provides a compelling perspective. Despite facing constant threats such as predation, injury, and the elements, wild animals rarely succumb to trauma as humans do. This raises intriguing questions about how they endure and even thrive amid extreme adversity, contrasting sharply with the prolonged struggles humans face after traumatic events. To unravel these mysteries, it is essential to grasp how both human and non-human animals respond to danger. The stress response, a natural bodily reaction, readies us for action by initiating physiological changes, accelerated heart rate, intensified breathing, muscle tension, and heightened alertness. This accumulation of energy plays a pivotal role in trauma, as we will soon discover. Commonly known as the fight or flight response, animals, when confronted with a perilous threat, can either confront it aggressively or flee rapidly. However, in situations deemed overwhelming or hopeless, the freeze response takes over. This immobility response involves a dramatic reduction in heart rate, blood pressure, breathing rate, and muscle tone. While seemingly counterintuitive, freezing serves as a strategic survival tactic, akin to an impala playing dead to ward off a cheetah and gain precious moments for escape. Freezing also aids in coping with extreme stress by inducing numbness, detachment, or faintness, shielding us from the agony of an inescapable situation. Yet, there's a drawback. Unlike the discharge of energy that occurs when fighting or fleeing, the freeze response, on its own, fails to achieve this release. Animals instinctively complete this stress response cycle by shaking, trembling, sweating, and other physiological reactions, restoring their bodies to equilibrium and preventing the onset of traumatic symptoms. In contrast, humans often obstruct this cycle. Higher cognitive functions and societal conditioning lead us to suppress bodily sensations associated with accumulated energy, attempting to stoically maintain composure rather than allowing the natural release of stored energy. Consequently, unresolved stress accumulates in our nervous system and body tissues, creating a state of persistent stress that can endure for years or even decades. This stagnant energy, termed trauma, exerts profound effects on the nervous system and brain, manifesting in either hyperarousal or hypoarousal states. Hyperarousal results in a constant state of anxiety, restlessness, irritability, or anger, while hypoarousal manifests as chronic depression, lethargy, or numbness, both hindering a full and authentic life experience. Trauma also alters brain structure and function, impairing memory, emotion regulation, executive function, and social cognition. It establishes neural pathways reinforcing fear, helplessness, and avoidance, diminishing our ability to integrate various aspects of experience, such as thoughts, feelings, images, and actions. Dissociation, a consequence of trauma, creates a disconnection between body and mind. The freeze-related dissociation, designed to shield us from overwhelming emotions, can become chronic, causing a loss of connection with bodily sensations, feelings, and intuition, the felt sense of being ourselves in the world. Tragically, this loss diminishes our sense of meaning and purpose in life. The pressing question emerges: how can we heal ourselves? How can we reconnect with our bodies, release pent-up energy, and restore balance and vibrancy to our lives? Chapter 2: Coming Back to the Body. The key to healing the lingering wounds of trauma lies in our connection with the body. Even when the mind attempts to forget, our bodies retain and harbor the imprint of trauma. Somatic experiencing techniques provide a compassionate avenue to embrace our internal bodily experiences, offering a pathway to unravel the trapped traumatic energies within the nervous system and reclaim a sense of safety within our own skin. It's important to note that while somatic techniques can be instrumental in trauma recovery, they may initially evoke challenging sensations or emotions. Proceed with great care, and if overwhelmed, it's crucial to stop. If persistent difficulties arise, seeking assistance from a trained professional is advised. Healing is a personal journey, and it cannot be rushed. Move at your own pace. Core practices of somatic experiencing encompass grounding, titration, pendulation, and discharge, each contributing to the process of healing in unique ways. While distinct, these techniques share common elements. First and foremost, they center on working with bodily sensations, prioritizing the somatic experience over traditional talk therapy. Second, the techniques operate through a process of blending, initially establishing inner resources to maintain grounding and balance, and then gradually introducing manageable amounts of challenging stimuli. Grounding practices anchor awareness in the present moment through the senses, preventing being overwhelmed by past or imagined events. Focusing on physical sensations, smells, or sounds can serve as a powerful tether to the here and now, becoming an indispensable resource in the journey to heal trauma. Titration involves introducing a small, manageable dose of a stressor, carefully regulating exposure to traumatic material to prevent overwhelming the nervous system. This measured approach allows for a more controlled and gradual engagement with difficult stimuli. Pendulation is the art of alternating between grounding in the body and small, titrated exposures to traumatic material. It gently swings between zones of ease and zones of manageable discomfort, fostering a balanced and adaptive approach to the healing process. Discharge, the final practice, entails releasing pent-up energies locked in the body through activities like shaking, stretching, or making sounds, a crucial step in the journey towards restoring equilibrium. While a comprehensive exploration of all these techniques is beyond the scope of this audiobook, let's delve into two simple practices that can serve as a starting point on your path to healing. Chapter 3: Getting in touch with the felt sense. Somatic experiencing techniques often revolve around engaging with bodily sensations and tapping into what is known as the felt sense. Coined by psychologist Eugene Gendlin, the felt sense refers to the nuanced, holistic bodily awareness of a specific issue or situation. It embodies an intuitive, pre-verbal understanding experienced in the body before clear conceptualization. Picture it as the amalgamation of everything that defines your experience in a particular moment, a constantly shifting stream resonating with inner and outer environments. The felt sense serves as the gateway through which old traumatic energies can be released. Traumatic experiences often come with nascent or unclear sensations linked to them. By cultivating curiosity about these sensations and gradually exploring them, you can initiate the process of digesting and transforming trauma from its very core. To initiate an awareness of the felt sense, try this simple exercise. Find a visually rich book, like a travel or coffee table book, and sit comfortably. Take deep breaths, exhaling slowly through the nose to relax and ground yourself. Pay attention to the sensations in your legs, feet, and the seat beneath you. Observe any other sensations: tightness, relaxation, warmth, coolness. Just notice whatever you can detect. Now, look at the first photograph. Observe your response and the accompanying bodily sensations. The sum total of this reaction, the "what it's like" feeling, constitutes the felt sense. Spend a few minutes attending to these sensations. Observe any shifts, intensifications, disappearances, or morphing. If discomfort arises, redirect your attention gently until you relax. Move on to another picture and repeat the process, noting changes in your felt sense. You can continue with different pictures for as long as you like, tuning into the shifts in your felt sense. Once you're comfortable with relaxing, observing, and accessing the felt sense, you can progress to a more challenging exercise. If it becomes overwhelming, slow down and consider seeking professional support. For the second exercise, have a notebook, pen, and a timer handy. Start by sitting comfortably and engaging in slow breathing. Feel your body, noting individual sensations and the overall bodily feeling. Next, imagine a fear-provoking scenario: engine failure during flight, a threatening encounter on the street, or a near accident while driving. Maintain full bodily awareness as you vividly picture yourself in this scenario. Observe how your body sensations change: alterations in breathing, sensations of tightening or loosening, changes in temperature, posture, or any part of your body. Write down these sensations along with the elapsed time. Relax again, let the scenario go, and return to the room. Allow your body to regain balance and comfort, noting the time once more. Repeat the process with different scenarios, observing changes in the felt sense and recording the elapsed time. While seemingly straightforward, practices like these contribute to gradually reclaiming control over trauma responses. By staying attuned to the felt sense in the present moment and embracing the full spectrum of bodily sensations available, you train your body away from automatic dissociation linked with the freeze response. By voluntarily relaxing, you convey to your nervous system that you can manage stressors without being overwhelmed. These somatic skills, though subtle and challenging, represent crucial steps on the path to digesting and resolving traumatic experiences. Summary: trauma leaves a profound imprint on our nervous system and physiology, embedding itself deeply. However, its grip can be loosened. Taking inspiration from wild animals, we discover a pathway out of trauma, a direct engagement with bodily sensations to discharge and release pent-up energies. Through accessing the felt sense and utilizing it as a grounding resource, we can delicately introduce small, manageable doses of stress. This process enables us to approach our inner bodily experiences with curiosity and compassion, gradually restoring the nervous system's ability to regulate itself. In this journey, we reshape neural pathways from fear and dissociation towards groundedness and integration. Much like our wild counterparts, a vibrant aliveness is inherent within us. By resolving trauma through somatic techniques, we can reconnect with our birthright, the natural state of ease, joy, and flow. In this way, we come home to ourselves. This audiobook summary was brought to you by Janky Mind. We hope you enjoyed it.